I have two questions. One is for the next recession, is it going to be another great recession or is it going to be a mild and short one? Second question is, given that the aging population is not just a European or Japan phenomenon, it's more like a global phenomenon. Does that mean that going forward into the future, we are going to have, older people that tend to consume less? Does that mean that we are going to have low demand, which means low inflation and then low growth? That will become a long-term new normal. Thank you.
Yeah, all those points I think have some validity, but I think it's a little bit too like in a laboratory, because I think what's also part of that, and everything you said is taken individually is true, but the other aspect of this demographic shift that you're talking about is social tension, and it's really easy to see it. You know, the okay boomer stuff that's going on out there. I asked some of my 35 and younger employees, I said, what is your attitude about baby boomers? And the word hate comes up a lot. I hate them.
Wow.
Because they can sort of see, and look at Mayor Pete as a good example of this. Here's a guy that his entire adult life has been sort of lousy economics, you know, recessions and Great Recession, and you know, lost money in real estate and all this stuff. And they realize that this debt-based policy, and maybe it's in their subconscious, not right top of mind, but they know that these debt-based policies have really screwed the younger generation. And they're, by the day, increasingly losing confidence and faith in established institutions. That's what this whole political environment is about. And so the laboratory thing would be right, you know, if all the coefficients all stayed the same, but I don't see that happening. I think there's going to be essentially generational warfare. And the policy of spending many, many times more money on retirees than you do on young people for investments for the future is going to have to be thrown out the window. And it's pretty bad. I think it's like 8 or 9 times that we spend on people over 65 versus people under 25. It's an amazing bulge. And I think that it's a classic. If you want to learn about this, there's a great book by Neil Howe, H-O-W-E, called The Fourth Turning. It was written in the 1990s. And in that book, based upon demography, and he's the leading demographer, I think, in the United States, he said there should be a credit crisis in the United States around 2006. Pretty good. So he bases all this on turnings, which is a way of viewing history, that you have cycles. There's 4 cycles that societies and cultures go through. And the fourth turning is the one we're in, and it's one where you throw everything away and you have to start over. And the fourth turnings in the past, not to be apocalyptic about it, were the Civil War and World War II. So it doesn't have to be that bad, but I can almost guarantee you that the property relations, the tax code, the way that we view our economy is going to be completely ripped up by 2027. So that's the big thing that I think about at the beginning of policy, not just about older people don't borrow a lot of money.